And they were filled with great fear and said to one another, "Who then is this that even the wind and the sea obey him?" If you go to Psalm 107 verses 28 and 29, it says that when people cry out to God in the midst of the storm, it's Yahweh who calms the storm to a whisper, and the waves become quiet. Mark chapter 5, verses 35 to 43, you have the story of Jesus raising Jairus' daughter from the dead. But when Jesus raises Jairus' daughter from the dead, he merely tells her to get up. Why? Because he is the one that holds that authority of life and death. Mark chapter 6, Jesus walks on water. Chapter 6, verse 48, he came to them walking on the sea. Now, what's interesting about that is that there's a parallel in the Greek with the Greek translation of Job. And Job chapter 9, verse 8, it says that it is God alone who stretches out the heavens and does what? Walks on the waves of the sea. You have an interesting parallel there in the Greek. Mark chapter 7, Jesus heals the deaf and the mute. In chapter 7, verses 31 to 47, you have Jesus healing a number of physically disabled people, among them the deaf, the mute, the blind. Exodus chapter 4, verse 11, when Yahweh is talking to Moses through the burning bush, he says, "Who has made man's mouth? Who makes him mute or deaf or seeing or blind? Is it not I? Is it not Yahweh?" Now, Jesus is doing that, and then I would argue that he then speaks to Moses in the past through the burning bush and declares his ability to do that. And then we see an example of that in Jesus' earthly ministry in Mark chapter 7.